COVID-19 cases in the country have breached the 200 mark with 15 new cases recorded today. The health department warns this could reach 75,000 in 2 to 3 months. With 29 infections recorded in Quezon City alone, their local government is ramping up containment measures, officially putting 4 barangays or portions of 4 barangays under extreme enhanced community quarantine. The Interagency Task Force revises its guidelines on the enhanced community quarantine in Luzon, lifting the 72-hour deadline for those leaving for abroad. A hospital in Pasig City reveals that it's been sending home COVID-19 patients with mild symptoms. An expert thinks a priority-setting mechanism is necessary. The European Union is closing off its borders to address the piling cases of the virus in the region. Italy alone tallied at least 345 deaths in one day. And this might just be the safest place on earth right now, the Big Brother house, well, in Germany at least. Find out why later in the show. Good evening, I'm Edlin Gao. This is the special coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined might of TV5 and Signal TV's One News, Radio 5 and 1PH. The Health Department confirms 15 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the national total to 202 cases. There are also 3 more fatalities, putting total death count to 17. PH201, 58 years old, was a Filipino male from Lanao del Sur. He had travel history from Malaysia and was confirmed as a COVID-19 case after his death. PH57 was a 65-year-old Filipino male from Pasig City who traveled from London, while PH160 was a Filipino female, 86 years old, from San Juan City. She neither had recent travel history nor exposure to any known COVID-19 case. The Health Department also announced 3 more recoveries, making total recovery count at 7. According to Health Undersecretary Rosario Verere, the country could have as many as 75,000 new cases of the SARS-like disease in 2 to 3 months if the pandemic is not contained. Experts say that one carrier can infect 2 or more persons in just one sitting, but the curve may be flattened, says Verere, so long as strict measures are put in place.
Wala pong naging special formula para nakarecover itong mga taong itong mga may COVID-19 at na-discharge sila. Nagkaroon lang po tayo ng impormasyon, no, na itong pong mga nag-recover ay started off with mild symptoms. At saka po, wala po silang underlying conditions.
And now let's take a look at the local situation via this tracker created by the Department of Health. We can see here that the cases are concentrated here in Metro Manila. You can see this big yellow dot here. 27 of whom are confined at the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine, or the RITM, while 26 are at the Medical City in Ortigas. There are, however, confirmed cases or known cases at the Ilocos Training and Regional Medical Center here, as well as a case in Siliman, in Dumaguete, over here, and another case as well at the Northern Mindanao Medical Center and the Davao Regional Medical Center. Now, in terms of the rate of infection, we'll go to this graph over here, down here. I'll blow it up. Now, take note of this steep blue line going up there that began to spike just during the first week of March. Now, prior to that, the number of confirmed cases in the Philippines was just hovering at 3. Now, we already have 202. Let's take a closer look at the cases, particularly their ages. We can see that the older people, particularly the ones from age 51 to 60, are at greatest risk. In the Philippines, almost 40 cases out of 202 confirmed are under this age group. Now, nearly 2/3 of these are male patients. On the bright side, if you might want to call it that, 7 people have recovered from COVID-19 in the country. Now, in one of our newscasts earlier, the medical city in Pasig revealed that out of the 23 COVID-positive patients under their care, some were already sent home to undergo self-quarantine as they only experience mild symptoms. Dr. Carl Henson, the head of the epidemic response team of TMC Pasig, says that some of the patients who tested positive for the virus were transferred to other medical institutions, while those who were stable and were only showing very mild symptoms of the virus were placed on home quarantine. He said there are currently only 16 COVID-19 positive cases in their hospital, 2 of whom are under the intensive care unit, while 14 are in their regular units. He also said that there are patients under investigation in their care, 8 of whom are in ICU, while 41 are in their regular units.
Right now po, for patients po na with very mild symptoms, bata, walang masyadong medical problems, tapos mild ang symptoms, they can actually stay home for quarantine. Hindi po lahat ina-admit sa ospital.
A Health Department and World Health Organization consultant, Dr. Troy Hepte, explains that hospitals are prioritizing COVID-19 cases that are experiencing severe symptoms. He says a priority-setting mechanism should be in place. Hepte adds that cases in the country are expected to still rise within the next 2 weeks.
Dapat talaga mapaigting natin yung ating mga ginagawang measures ngayon. It will take at least 2 weeks, Ed, for us to have parang an observation na kung magpa-plateau or bababa yung number of cases natin. But in the coming 2 weeks, pataas pa ito ng pataas siguro.
Selected areas in at least 4 barangays in Quezon City have been placed under extreme enhanced community quarantine due to the COVID-19 threat. Now, to give us further details and what exactly that means, Camille Samonte joins us live from Barangay Kalusugan, one of the barangays in which one area at least is placed under extreme quarantine. Camille, kamusta ang sitwasyon dyan?
Ed, isa sa ilalim na sa Extreme Enhanced Community Quarantine ang 4 na barangay sa Quezon City. Ito ay ang Tandang Sora, Kalusugan, Matandang Balara at Payatas. Magkakaroon naman ng total lockdown sa mga tirahan ng mga nagpositibo sa COVID-19 o yung mga tinatawag na hot zone. Ibig sabihin nito, hindi na maaaring lumabas ang mga residente. Padadalhan na lamang sila ng pagkain at iba pang importanteng supply mula sa local government unit. Inanunsyo ito ni Mayor Joy Belmonte sa isang press conference kanina. Parehong may 3 kaso ng COVID-19 sa barangay Tandang Sora at Kalusugan. Ang 2 barangay ay itinuturing na hot zone. Dahil dyan maglalagay na rin ng mga checkpoints dito para matiyak na susunod ang lahat ng residente. Habang nasa warm zone naman ay yung within 500 meters ng bahay na nasa hot zone. So ipaitutupad ito bukas ng 6 a.m. So Ed, sa ngayon, nasa 29 na ang kumpirmadong kaso ng COVID-19 dito sa Quezon City. 3 riyan ay nakalabas na sa ospital, habang may isa na ring nasawi na nakatira naman sa Matandang Balara. Ed?
Okay, Camille, konting pagkaklaro lamang, no? Yung extreme quarantine or lockdown or whatever it is that you want to call it, does that involve all 4 barangays or only portions of the barangays kung saan mukhang may mga tao pa sa likod mo, nag-jumping jack pa yung isa dyan eh. Di ba dapat naka-quarantine yan? But anyway, yun nga eh, does it involve the entire barangay or only selections?
Actually, Ed, before tayo...
Go ahead.
Share ko lang, no, Ed, before tayo umere, actually may mga nag-iikot na ng mga barangay at pinapapasok na sa bahay yung mga residente naglalakad-lakad na wala namang ginagawa. So to clarify lang, no, pag yung nasa hot zone, which is yung Barangay Kalusugan at Barangay Tandang Sora, ang sinasabi doon na yung total lockdown talaga ay yung bahay nung pasyente, kung saan yung nagpositibo doon sa COVID-19, not necessarily yung buong barangay. So yung mga kasamahan or yung kaanak nung nagpositibo nung pasyente, sila na yung hindi papayagan na lumabas at mag-ikot-ikot sa kanilang barangay. Ed?
Okay, mabuting klaro yan eh kasi maraming nagpapanik kanina doon sa social media na mukhang yung buong barangay yung parang parang ila-lockdown. Sa bagay, naka-lockdown naman tayong lahat ngayon, pero mas extreme itong lockdown na ito. So, hindi yung buong barangay mismo yung isasara, kundi yung pinaka-hot zone lamang at yung natawag na green zone. Papaliwanag mamaya yan. Pero, Camille, tama yung intindi ko.
Yes, tama Sir Ed. Tapos linawin lang din no, yung mga 29 na yung confirmed cases ng COVID-19 dito sa Quezon City. So, yung 29 na patients na yon ay nakatira sila sa 23 na barangay. May binigay na listahan kanina sila Mayor Joy Belmonte kung saang barangay itong mga pasyente na to. So, ayon sa NDRMC, considered na rin na may strict monitoring and surveillance na itong mga barangay kasi tinitignan nila na baka may community transmission na. So yun yung hinihigpitan na nila, kaya as much as possible paulit-ulit nga sila sa mga residente ng Quezon City kung hangga't maaari ay wag nang lumabas ng kanilang tahanan kung wala namang bibilihin na pagkain or hindi naman magpapagamot. Ed?
Okay, sige. So, yun po paalala sa lahat. Hanggat maaari, huwag po kayo lalabas kung hindi naman kinakailangan. Lalo yung nasa likod mo kanina na nagka-calisthenics. Maraming salamat, Camille Samonte, joining us live from Barangay Kalusugan in Quezon City. Now, we must emphasize that only selected areas in Quezon City barangays, or these barangays that we mentioned already, are being placed in extreme lockdown and not the entire barangay. Now, there is a reason for this. Quezon City now has 29 confirmed cases of COVID-19. Let me just advance this a bit. Okay. Quezon City now has 29 cases. That's 14% of the national total and a quarter of the total in Metro Manila alone. Now, under this new system in Quezon City, the houses of those confirmed cases are now declared as hot zones. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nito? Okay, ang hot zone po, yung bahay mismo ng kumpirmadong kaso. Malabang yung pasyente mismo, wala na dyan sa bahay, nasa ospital na po yan at doon nga siya na-confirm na mayroon ng COVID-19. Pero yung bahay po niya mismo, kung saan yung pamilya niya, asahan po natin na may close contact sila. So maari lamang na nahawaan yung kanyang pamilya. So yun po, as a hot zone, yung bahay na yun is no entry, no exit area unless talagang super emergency kung saan naman na inaprubahan na dapat yan ng health officials kung may gagalaw. So it's the residence itself. There will be no activity going in or going out allowed. Food and essentials will be delivered by local officials to that house. Hindi po pwedeng lumabas yung mga nandun sa bahay, pwede lang siyang padalhan ng pagkain at anumang kailangan ng mga local officials. At yung pagdala po ng pagkain at kagamitan, hindi po personal na gagawin, kundi iiwan lamang doon sa harapan ng bahay o kung ano man, doorway siguro, at doon po pipikapin ng nakatira sa loob. So hindi po pwedeng lumabas at wala po pwedeng pumasok sa loob na basta-basta lamang. Yun po yung hot zone, yung pinakabahay mismo. Ngayon, sa paligid po ng hot zone, naglagay yung Quezon City government ng 500-meter warm zone radius around the hot zone. Ibig po sabihin, lahat po ng mga kabahayan at mga establishmento 500 meters around that warm zone is also considered a quarantine area. Pero hindi po ibig sabihin na no entry, no exit yan. Ibig sabihin lang yan, mas matindi o mas mahigpit yung mga panuntunan para makalabas-masok yung mga tao dyan. For example, kung subdivision yan, kahit pa paano, kailangan lumabas ng mga tao. So ano po ang mga panuntunan yan? Yung warm zone po, 500 meters nga around the house, may mga checkpoints na sa paligid ng warm zone, controlled area na po yan. Mga tao i-screen dun sa mga checkpoints para makapaglabas-masok, check yung mga ID, check ang mga sintomas, check yung mga purpose nila for leaving the warm zone, at they will all be placed under strict monitoring and there will be safety protocols to be followed to the letter. At kagaya po ng sabi ko kanina, meron pong mga checkpoint dyan specifically for the warm zone para hindi po labas-masok yung mga tao. Yan po. So yung mga nasa labas ng warm zone, hindi po kayo kasama dun sa special quarantine area nito, pero kasama pa rin kayo dun sa Luzon quarantine area, so wala rin po kayo lusot. Yun lang, mas kontrolado naman ito. Ngayon po, ito po yung ilan sa mga binanggit na areas doon sa press con kanina, ang St. Catherine, ang Parkwood subdivision, I think it's Parkwood Hills, Isang area sa Himlayan Road sa Tandangsora kung saan sila maghihigpitin daw at isang area sa Payatas. Meron pa binanggit kayo na si Mayor Belmonte at yung kanyang mga opisyal na meron na tinatawag na facility quarantine. Ibig pong sabihin, maglalagay po ng mga no entry and no exit checkpoints doon po sa paligid ng ilang mga ospital kung saan merong maraming mga COVID-19 patients para hindi po basta-basta labas-masok yung mga tao. So, for example po, doon sa area ng St. Luke sa Quezon City, I think this is around Barangay Kalusugan, may checkpoint na po from Trinity College sa E. Rodriguez hanggang sa isang stoplight, hindi lang tayo sigurado kung aling stoplight doon pero konti paglilinaw po pa po yan sa Quezon City. Doon naman sa paligid ng East Avenue Medical Center at ng Heart Center kung saan may mga kaso rin. Meron na rin pong checkpoint dyan. I think from BIR to Elliptical, hindi po basta-basta pwedeng pumasok dyan. So yun po, these are just some of the measures being put in place by Quezon City to address the growing number of victims of COVID-19 in the area. But it is not just in Quezon City. A portion of Manila, particularly in Tondo, was placed on lockdown as residents continued to loiter in the streets despite an enhanced community quarantine. Now, to give us more details on this, we have News 5 correspondent Gary De Leon reporting to us live from Manila. Gary, kamusta dyan?
Nilagyan na nga ng barikada ng mga barangay ang kahabaan ng Dagupan Street dito sa District 1 Zone 4 sa Tondo, Maynila. 5 barangay na nakakasakop sa kalsada ang nagkaisang magtulong-tulong para ipatupad na ang community quarantine. Ang barangay 50, 51, 52, 53 at 54 nagkaisa ng total lockdown matapos mapansin ng MPD Station 7 na hindi sumusunod ang mga nasasakuban nilang mga barangay sa enhanced community quarantine. Marami pa rin kasi ang nakatambay sa labas, mga nagtitinda sa paligid at mga taong nag-uumpukan. Nagkaroon din ng panik ang mga tao na may maibalita nga at chismis na nagkaroon ng COVID-19 sa Barangay 51. Pero nilinaw ng Barangay 51 na fake news ang balita dahil nakauwi na sa bahay nila ang nagkasakit at nagnegatibo naman daw ito sa virus. Nagkaisa 5 barangay na i-lockdown pa rin ang mga kalsada na nasasakop na kanilang barangay at bigyan na hanggang ngayon na lamang nataning ang mga nagtitinda at maliliit na negosyo sa barangay. Kaya mamaya, alas 12 ng madaling araw, sisimulan na nga yung lockdown at kailangan kumuha ng barangay certificate ng mga residente para yung isa sa kanila ay pwedeng maglakad sa kalsada, lumabas ng bahay at yun lamang ang papayagan ng barangay.
Okay, Gary, paglilinaw lamang para hindi nalito yung mga kababayan natin kasi ang daming barangay na binabanggit mo Itong mga barangay na binabanggit mo na may total lockdown, ibig sabihin, hindi sila pwedeng gumala pag wala silang sertifikasyon mula sa barangay, tama ba? So dapat may papeles sila?
Tama ka, 5 barangay. Barangay 50 hanggang 54, nasakop ng Zone 4, District 1 sa Tondo, Maynila. Sa kahabaan niya ng Dagupan Street. So, magkakatabing barangay yan, isang kalsada lang yung pagitan. Ibig sabihin, kung taga-barangay 50 ka, hindi ka pwedeng tumawid sa barangay 51 o barangay 52. Kailangan mong kumuha ng barangay certificate na ikaw ay residente ng barangay 50 o barangay 51, pero doon ka lamang pwedeng maglakad at bumili sa mismong barangay mo. Hindi ka pwedeng lumabas. At isang tao lang ang pinapayagan ng barangay na lumabas ng kanilang mga bahay. Kapag ikaw ay lumabag, 5,000 pesos ang penalty na ipapataw nila sa iyo o ikukulong kanila pansamantala sa kanilang barangay.
Okay. Maigpit yan May kasama pang kulong. Teka, ano to? Barangay ordinance? Ano ba tawag dito? What exactly are we calling this?
Parang ipapasok na rin kasi nila yung talagang kanilang barangay ordinance at saka yung curfew ordinance nila. At sinasabi nila, yung pagpapatupad nila ng lockdown ay may akibat naman talaga raw na penalty, which is 5,000 pesos yung kanilang sisingilin sa kanilang mga mahuling lalapag.
Okay, Gary, I assume na kasama nila yung PNP dyan o yung mga kagawad lamang magpapatupad dyan? Kasi medyo, alam mo, pag may pasaway tayo minsan, hindi kaya ng barangay lang yan Lalo na yan, merong kulong at merong 5,000. So, hindi basta-basta yan.
Tama ka 24,000 plus ang populasyon ng 5 barangay sa Zone 4, District 1. Sasamahan sila ng PNP Station 7 sa pagpapatupad itong lockdown.
Okay. So may police authority sila. Kasi medyo mahirap nga naman pag kagawad lamang ang mga huli sa'yo at ikukulong ka pa. Sige, maraming salamat. Gary De Leon reporting live from Manila. The Interagency Task Force made tweaks on its guidelines on international flights. Now, overseas workers, balikbayans, and foreigners may fly out of the country through any hub in Luzon anytime in the month-long quarantine period. But they should only travel to airports within 24 hours of the date and time of their departure. They should also bring with them supporting documents such as tickets, boarding passes, or flight itineraries to show to authorities manning checkpoints. They will be allowed to travel in a private car. They are also allowed to be accompanied by one person. Of course, somebody has to drive home. Again, that one person or companion should also hold a copy of the ticket or the itinerary. Previously, the government barred all international flights after March 20, 2020. The Transportation Department, after receiving an order from the Interagency Task Force, has started providing shuttle services to health workers during the enhanced community quarantine. 10 buses have been initially deployed to serve workers at two identified pickup points, the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or the PTEX, and the BFCT East Metro Transport Terminal in Marikina City. And to give us more details about this government initiative, Transportation Undersecretary Ochi Tuazon is joining us on the phone. Yusek, thank you again for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Good evening, Sir Ed.
Opo. Sir, kamusta po muna yung deployment nyo ng mga bus? I think this is the first day na nag-deploy kayo ng bus for the health workers, di ba? How did it go?
Tama po, Sir. Tama po, Sir. Sir, tama po yung sinabi nyo kanina. Nag-umpisa tayo sa 20 ruta at saka sa 2 pickup points. Ngayon, as we speak, sir, there are already 16 buses.
15.
Operate 16, sir.
16. Yes, sir.
Operating around 9 routes.
Okay.
So, binrake up, sir, namin yung mga ruta para mas madaling makasakay yung ating mga medical health workers. Mas madali rin sila makarating dun sa mga hospital na kanilang nagtatrabahuhan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I would imagine na madali yung drop-off point dun sa mga hospital kasi ano lang yan eh, you go to this hospital and to that hospital and to that hospital,
Yes,
and that's pretty easy. I'm wondering lang about the pickup point eh. I mean, how were you able to rationalize the pickup points? Kasi syempre, you're talking about people who are coming from all over the place and from so many provinces.
Yes, sir. Ang ginawa po namin, nilocate namin po yung aming pick-up points dun sa mga areas na madalas puntahan po ng mga tao na accessible sa kanila. Katulad po ng mga malls, yung mga terminals natin, integrated terminal. Tapos po, may mga ruta po yan eh. May ruta pong dinadaanan. Pag may medical worker po na mag-iintay doon at madadaanan, pipick upin din po yun.
Opo. Okay. Pag along the way, walang problema.
Wala pong problema. Opo.
Well,
Yun nga lang po, they
Yes,
will
sir.
have to be checked po. Ha?
Yes, sir.
We will have to follow the protocols ng DOH on screening before they're made to enter the bus.
Yes, sir. And I'm certain that they would insist on that protocol as well if the bus driver forgets. These are health workers
Yes,
we're talking
right.
about.
Oh.
So they know exactly
Yeah,
what they're
that's
doing.
Yes, that's true, sir. Opo.
Yes, sir. But, well, of course, this would help tremendously. But I'm also wondering din, sir, I suppose that they would still have kahit papano some sort of problem going to the pickup points. I mean, especially if they live in an area that's a bit remote. So I guess that's going to be a bit of an issue pa rin, although this helps a lot.
Yes, sir. Initially, these are just the initial routes, sir. We will have to. We are basing our evaluation on what will be happening today. Then every day, sir, we will review the routes. If
Yes,
we have
sir.
to extend the route, we will extend the route. Of course, sir, we cannot go as inside yung mga small streets natin because after all, these are huge buses that we
Yes,
are
sir.
using.
Yes, sir.
Pero as much as we can, we will try to access where our medical health workers are coming from.
Yes,
Every
sir.
day po, we will review this every day, and we will change the routes as we see fit.
Yes, sir.
We will also, sir, add buses as we see also as needed, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, by the way, have you posted the details of these as well as, for example, the pickup times and the drop-off times, as well as the routes on a social media account of some sort that people can access, even if they don't see it on television or hear it on the radio? Kasi kahit papano, some people, syempre, they need to know where to look for the information.
Yes, sir. We have actually posted them already. We have blasted already the information, especially in social media.
Okay.
In addition, sir, we will be going around the hospitals. We will talk to the hospital administrators, give them the necessary information which they can also disseminate to their workers, the health workers.
Oh, yes, sir. That would be the best venue, I suppose, to disseminate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, one more question, sir. So far, we've been talking about the health workers. I'm wondering about the ordinary people who would still have to work. Let's call them the essential sector, who would still have to work, but they have no way to get around. People who work in the department store, supermarkets, pharmacies, and so on down the line, as well as factories that, for example, produce face masks or medicines or alcohol. Is there any chance that they would also be getting some sort of a transportation assistance? Sabagay po, sabi dati ng Malacanang, this should be the LGUs. But I don't know if the
LGUs, sir,
have
and
enough.
the private corporations.
Yes, sir. But would there be need to beef this up with something from the DOTR? Would the LGUs be able to do this by themselves?
Sir, kasi right now, if you would understand, the policy right now is for us to stay at home. We're in lockdown.
Yes, sir.
This being said, exceptions are only given to those very few corporations who will be operating. Now, it is incumbent upon these corporations who are operating to provide the transportation for their skeletal crew or for their personnel who will be reporting for work.
Okay, sir. Well, I understand, sir. I suppose as a matter of priorities, talagang this one has to go on top. Maraming salamat po, Transportation Undersecretary Ochi Tuazon. Thank you for joining us. Prices of processed meats and canned goods have more than tripled due to panic buying. Stocks, according to stakeholders, may only last up to 6 weeks if this does not stop. Shala Francisco will tell us more.
Ed, tumaas na nga yung presyo ng kalamansi sa ilang pamilihan sa Metro Manila. Mula 40 hanggang 60 pesos kada kilo noong isang linggo ay pumalo na ito sa 120 hanggang 140 pesos kada kilo. Ayon sa mga tindera, bunsod ito ng COVID-19, lalo't tumaas ang demand. Pero bukod sa kalamansi, higit triple din yung tinaas ng demand ng mga karne, particular na yung mga processed meat products at mga canned goods. Bagamat may stocks tayo na tatagal ng 4 hanggang 6 na linggo, mabilis daw nababawasan yung mga stocks sa supermarket dahil sa panic buying. Kaya naman daw makapag-deliver ng mga warehouse pero naiipit yung iba dahil sa checkpoints. May ilan kasi ayon sa meat processors na hinaharang particular na yung mga raw materials o yung mga packaging ng mga pagkain ito. Yung ibang mga truck din na mga delivery tulad ng gulay ay nahaharang din, particular na yung nakausap natin kanina na nagde-deliver mula Balintawak hanggang Antipolo. Ayon sa kanila, nagiging problema kasi pag wala na silang dalang delivery, ito yung mga kakabagsak lang or kaka-unload lang ng delivery o kukuha pa lang ng delivery. Ayon naman sa Department of Agriculture, masusolusyonan yan kung naging epektibo na yung mga food lane passes ng DA, lalo't hinihikayat na ito na pabilisin yung pagbiyahe ng mga produkto. Sa ngayon, higit 200 na yung nag-apply ng food lane passes dito sa DA at pwede pang mag-apply basta dala-dala lang ang ORCR at business permit. Ayon naman sa PNP ay pinag-aaralan na nila na magsagawa or maglagay ng mga separate na mga lanes para sa mga exempted bumiyahe. Pero rekomenda ni Agriculture Secretary William Dar magkaroon sana ng hiwalay na lane para sa mga cargos bukod pa sa mga health workers at mga skeletal workforce. Ed?
Okay, maraming salamat. That was Shala Francisco reporting from Quezon City. Now, here's the latest, or here the latest post on social media. We look at it via what we call Crowd Tango. In the first column here, you will see mentions of COVID-19 in Philippine media. The second column is Instagram mentions. Third column are Facebook mentions. And fourth column are political accounts and their mentions of COVID-19. Let's start off with Philippine media's mentions of COVID-19. From the Inquirer, Cebu records its first confirmed case of the novel coronavirus 19 after test results came out positive for a 65-year-old male professional. That's from the Inquirer as well. PTV4, 20 minutes ago. Fact check, COVID-19 is airborne. It's false, according to PTV4. We also have other material coming from ANC and also from News 5. Pinagutos ni Makati Mayor Abby Binay ang pamamahagi ng 11.9 million financial assistance sa mahigit kumulang 6,000 tricycle drivers sa lungsod po ng Makati. Makakatulong daw ang initial amount na 20,000 kada recipient sa loob ng unang 2 linggo ng enhanced community quarantine period sa Luzon. Another one from Inquirer, a female employee of the GSIS has tested positive for COVID-19, prompting the state-run pension fund to close its offices in Pasay and Quezon City for 30 days. Now, let's take a look at Instagram mentions. I think it's disinfection going on in public places. For example, this one is in Divisoria. This is from Gilson Chiu. Thank you, Note, or thank you, Meme, coming from Philstar News. A shout out to all our mighty frontliners who continue to work amid the COVID-19 pandemic. From our health workers, service crews, security personnel, and media friends, thank you for all your hard work. Ayan po. And from DJ Tony, I think she's a DJ sa radio. No? Radio ba? I'm sorry. Okay. Coping with COVID-19. It's on March 2020, Friday at 3 p.m. I suppose it's some sort of a seminar. I hope it's not a seminar you have to attend in person. Siguro naman online lang siya. Yeah. Here you go. To family and friends all over the world, how do you manage anxieties and minimize business disruption? I gathered experts from LHH Philippines and the Philippine Psychiatric Association to help us. Please join the free webinar. It is a webinar to be hosted by the people. Good choice, a webinar. Facebook mentions, you have here, of course, ANC about a woman in Iran who survives the coronavirus. Abante News Online. Dole, mga empleyado na hindi pwedeng piliting pumasok coming from Dole. Samsam Gulyas, LTO 7 Regional Director Victor Caindec met with Secretary Michael Lloyd Dino at the Office of Presidential Assistant for Visayas to discuss the issue concerning the no backrider policy, which was challenged by some citizens. This policy is now part of the DOTR guidelines. And from political accounts, from Edgar Mary Sarmiento, I think he's a former congressman if he's not incumbent. Remember these reminders and continue to practice proper hygiene to help contain COVID-19. So practice good hygiene habits, use alcohol, clean and wash your hands, cover your mouth, and wash your hands again. And it's too far for me to see it already, so let's move on to other things. Now, one local official whose name has been making the rounds online, Pasig Mayor Vico Soto, the city is now heightening its disinfecting measures. Lynn Olvario will be giving us the latest in Pasig from Barangay Maybunga. Lynn, ano pa ang ginagawa ng mga taga-Pasig dyan?
Bok, good news naman tayo ngayon dito sa Pasig City. Sa entrance pa lang ng Pasig City Hall, bago makapasok ang kahit sino, dinidisinfect muna sila isa-isa ng alcohol. Dadaan din sila sa sanitation tent na ginagamitan ng chlorine solution. Maging si Mayor Vico Soto, dumadaan rin sa proseso ng disinfection. Hindi lamang daw sa City Hall yan, maging sa kanilang mga ospital at kalsada. Aniya, meron silang 3 bagong drone ngayon na gagamitin para sa disinfection spray. Ang mga empleyado naman ng Pasig City Hall mas napapanatag pumasok dahil sa precautionary measure na ito. May mga pribadong kumpanya na rin na nag-offer ng mga kwarto na gagamitin bilang quarantine center. Nasa 100 rooms ang gagamitin para sa mild cases ng persons under monitoring at persons under investigation kung saan maaari silang manatili ng 14 na araw. Habang ang isang quarantine center naman ay para sa mga frontliners, kabilang ang mga medical at healthcare staff. Dagdag pang good news, naghahanda na rin ang Pasig ng 400,000 food packs na prioridad nilang ipamahagi doon sa mga mahihirap na lugar sa lungsod. Mula ito sa lokal na pamahalaan, pero marami na ring private sectors na nag-pledge ng kanilang tulong para naman sa mga frontliners para di na nila problemahin ang kanilang kakainin at manatiling malakas ang kanilang resistensya. May isinatap na din ang Pasig na mobile kitchen. Dito yan sa Rainforest Park sa Maybunga, Pasig, kung saan naghahanda sila ng 2,000 meals a day at i-deliver na lang nila yan sa mga ospital at doon sa mga disaster reduction management staff na ginagampanan ang kanilang mga tungkulin buong araw. Bok, tiwala si Mayor Vico Soto na pag naubos na yung 400,000 na food packs ay maitatawid naman nila yung panibagong relief distribution sa tulong na rin ng private sectors, pero hindi nga lang natitiyak hanggang saan ba ito aabot, kaya naman kakailanganin pa rin nila lahat ng tulong na kanilang makukuha. Bok.
Okay, Lynn, I was just looking at your video. That was very interesting. Binubugahan sila ng disinfectant. Anong ginagamit ng disinfectant, if I may ask? Would you know? Kasi para silang pinapaliguan eh.
Yung misting na ginagamit nila para dun sa mga, yung bago hindi pa sila, yung unang step ay yung misting na tinatawag ay alcohol yung ginagamit dyan. Tapos pagkatapos silang ma-sprayan ng alcohol, dadaan naman sila dun sa sanitation tent na chlorine solution naman yung yung ginagamit, Bok.
So alcohol siya. Okay. Buti marami silang alcohol kasi that's taking up a lot of alcohol to spray around eh. But that's also good practice I suppose. Yun lang parang fertilizer na binubugan yung mga tao.
Alam mo, Bok, kahit umakyat ka dun sa mayor's office sa tanggapan ng mayor, bago ka makarating, marami ring iba pang disinfecting measures maging sa loob ng Pasig City Hall. Maski yung pila sa elevator, kailangan magkakalayo kayo. Limited number of people ang pinapayagan sa elevator. Paglabas mo ng elevator, panibagong spray na naman ng alcohol. Bok.
Okay, Lynn. If I may ask, baka lang sakaling alam mo, kasi kahapon naging controversial si Mayor Vico Soto dahil sinabi niya na papayagan pa rin ng Pasig na bumiyahe yung mga tricycle dahil kailangan ng mga taong makapag-ikot. Kahit mga essential personnel, kailangan na makapag-ikot o pumunta dun sa kanilang mga trabaho. I'm wondering how it is now in Pasig. I suppose by now, tricycles pinagbawalan na rin. Ganun ba?
Bok, may mga nakikita tayo papunta dito at habang kanina nag-ikot tayo dito sa Pasig, marami naman tayong nadadaanan o nakakasalubong ng mga tricycles na pumapasada pa. At yun yan, nananawagan din si Mayor Vico Soto na sana payagan ng national government yung pagpasada ng mga tricycle dahil mas maraming kumbaga mas maraming mamamatay kumbaga kung hindi mo maita-transport yung mga pasyente papunta sa mga ospital katulad ng paglalakarin mo yung senior citizen o kaya yung pasyenteng bagong opera papunta sa ospital ng 5 kilometro, mas magiging mapanganib yun kung hindi papayagan yung tricycle within the city of Pasig. Bok.
Okay, Lynn, baka rin sakaling alam mo yung sagot. Earlier kasi may balita nga na bumili yung Pasig City ng 3 drone na mag-disinfect. Did they by any chance show the drones already to you guys or on the way pa lang dito?
Hindi pa nila ipinapakita yung drone. Bok, nabanggit lang yan kanina sa atin, Mayor Vico.
Kasi interesting yun. Paano nila pipiliin kung saan magbubuga yung drone ng disinfectant at pangalawa, ano naman Pilipina, baka mamaya may umarbor ng drone.
Nabanggit naman din doon ni Mayor Vico na yung kanilang mga disinfection measures ay hindi lamang doon sa Pasig City Hall, kundi maging doon sa 2 city-run hospitals nila at maging sa mga kalsada ng Pasig.
Okay, maraming salamat sa iyo, Lynn Olivario, reporting live from Pasig City. And here's a quick rundown of the other COVID-19 stories that we have today. Ibon Foundation says millions of non-regular workers and informal earners are facing lost wages and earnings due to the Luzon-wide lockdown. According to the research group, a total of 14.4 million people, that's 3 out of 5 workers or 60%, in Luzon will be affected by the government's enhanced community quarantine. They are non-regular employees in private establishments and even in government itself, as well as informal workers such as those with family-operated businesses. The Food and Drug Administration approved a circular relaxing rules in securing prescription medicines specifically for people vulnerable to COVID-19. Now, aside from senior citizens, persons or people with disabilities and those with chronic illnesses or immunocompromised conditions may opt for electronic prescriptions of their medicines during this quarantine period. FDA instructed drugstores to honor electronic prescriptions with a digital signature of the doctor, which may be sent through email or other messaging applications. The Department of Social Welfare and Development says family recipients of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, or the 4Ps, will continue to receive their aid this month to early April. This is in contrast to earlier reports that the program has been suspended due to the quarantine. The agency says its 1.17 million 4Ps dependents in Luzon may withdraw their grants through their cash cards on March 24, 26, 28, and April 4. Now, to give us more details on the cash grants, we have on the line DSWD spokesperson Irene Dumlao. Ma'am, good evening po.
Yes, magandang gabi po, Sir Ed. Magandang gabi to all your televiewers.
Thank you for joining us, ma'am. Ma'am, pagkaklaro lang muna po. Kasi nakita ko rin lumabas sa Facebook yung unang report na yon na isususpend yung 4Ps. So, wala pong katotohanan yon at hindi po nanggaling sa DSWD yon.
Yes, Sir Ed, there's no truth to that. No, continuous po yung pagbibigay ng ating mga cash grants to all our Pantawid Pamilya beneficiaries who are cash card holders. Ang temporarily suspended lamang po ay yung mga activities po ng Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program that are requiring mass gathering or yung mga interactions natin with our beneficiaries. Kagaya po nung conduct ng family development sessions, administration of social welfare development indicators, and yung pong distribution ng mga cash cards. So yun lamang po yung temporarily suspended. Pero yung pong pag-release ng kanilang mga cash grants for the months of December 2019 and January 2020 will be a release to them. Hintayin lamang po nila yung advisory from their municipal links or city links so that makapag-proceed na po sila doon sa ating mga ATM machines.
Okay, ma'am, it's good that you clarify that. Kasi nga naman yung 4Ps, if I understand correctly, it's conditional, di ba? Na you have to meet certain requirements. At least originally, you had to meet certain requirements for you to be able to continue to avail of it. Like for example, a certain number of kids have to go to school, and you have to attend certain seminars and so on down the line. Now, what you're saying, if I'm understanding you correctly, is that hindi mo na kailangan i-check itong mga original requirements na ito dahil nga dun sa quarantine.
Yes, Sir Ed. Actually, yung tatanggapin po ng ating mga 4Ps beneficiaries this month ay yung pong mga compliance-based grants nila for December 2019 and January 2020. Now, for the months of February and March, meron na pong resolution signed by our Secretary declaring a force majeure.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin po, ito nga bating mga beneficiaries, gaya nga ng nabanggit nyo, hindi kinakailangang o na-waive po natin yung mga conditions for this particular period. So even without their compliance to the conditions, matatanggap po nila yung kanilang cash.
Okay, kasi this is not exactly the best time for them to send kids to school. Una-una, walang eskwelahan. At pangalawa, it's going to be a crowded area, so you wouldn't want that then. So, ma'am, if I may, I'll shift to another topic, if I may. There have been concerns in the past few days na baka nga maapektuhan yung mga kababayan natin na mahirap na hindi kikita ngayong quarantine period at baka mahirapan din bumili ng pagkain as a result of that. And the President tasked DSWD, among other agencies, to help in sorting out a social amelioration program. I'm wondering po how that is going.
Yes, Sir Ed, that's right. The DSWD is actually finalizing its guidelines para doon sa ating social amelioration plans. Pero inuuna na po natin ngayon itong pakikipag-coordinate natin sa mga local government units para sa pag-provide po ng mga food and non-food items during this quarantine period. So ngayon po nakikipag-usap na po tayo sa mga local government units para po ma-identify natin yung mga target beneficiaries, yung pong mga distribution points natin, and then the strategies that will be employed or that will be undertaken to ensure po yung smooth distribution. Dahil nga po, syempre, sumusunod rin tayo dun sa protocol, na dapat walang mass gathering and dapat may social distancing. So we are coordinating with the local government units para sa provision ng food, family food packs and non-food items.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I understand that it's still in the works. I mean, the planning is still in the works. But if by any chance you have an idea already, can you give us in broad strokes more or less how DSWD plans to go about this? Are you looking at food packs? Are you looking at financial assistance or a combination of both?
Yes, we are looking at both, Sir Ed. Initially, as part of the DSWD's mandate to provide technical assistance and resource augmentation to the local government units, we will be providing family food packs. This contains po yung bigas, assorted canned goods, coffee or energy drinks. This will be sufficient for a family of 5. This will last for 2 days. But then, of course, patuloy naman yung pag-augment natin ng mga resources dun sa mga local government units para ma-sustain po natin itong pagbibigay natin ng kanilang pangangailangan. And then, of course, tama po, gaya ng na-mention ninyo, we are finalizing our policy on the distribution naman po of other services for all affected.
Okay, maraming salamat po, DSWD spokesperson Irene Dumlao. Ma'am, thank you and good evening, and thank you for joining us. And time now for the global updates on COVID-19. The European Union has moved to close Europe's internal borders for 30 days in a bid to cure the further spread of COVID-19. EU leaders, however, established fast-track lanes at their country's frontiers to keep goods moving. This comes after Italy tallied 345 more deaths from the coronavirus.
To limit the spread of the virus globally, we agreed to reinforce our external borders by applying a coordinated temporary restriction of non-essential travel to the EU for a period of 30 days, based on the approach proposed by the Commission.
In China, where COVID-19 started, health officials report only one new domestic case. That's for the second consecutive day. The country on Wednesday, however, confirmed 12 new imported COVID-19 infections across the mainland. Beijing is requiring almost all international arrivals to go into a 14-day quarantine at designated hotels in the capital. New cases in Hubei, the province at the epicenter of the pandemic, have now been in the single digits for the past 7 days. The pandemic is also disrupting preparations for this year's Olympics. For one, Japan's Olympic Committee Deputy Chief Kozo Tashima tested positive for COVID-19. Tashima's symptoms include mild pneumonia and mild fever. Japanese officials insist that the Tokyo Olympics will still take place in July, despite rising speculation that it might be postponed or even canceled due to the virus. And let's now check the latest COVID-19 global figures with the help of this online tracking map created by Johns Hopkins University. There are now almost 200,000 confirmed cases worldwide. To be exact, 199,258. Italy has recorded more than 31,000 infections, accounting for the second highest number among all the nations, followed by Iran with over 16,000 cases. The only Asian country in the top 10 is South Korea at number 6 with 8,413. The death toll over there, meanwhile, now stands at nearly 8,000. It's exactly 7,956. The number of fatalities in Italy have already surged past 2,500. Hubei, China has 3,122 deaths, followed by Italy and then Iran with 988 deaths. Now, on the bright side, there are now more than 80,000 people who have recovered from the coronavirus disease. With the pandemic spreading far and wide, do you ever wonder, is any place still safe? Well, you might want to visit the Big Brother house in Germany. A group of 14 men and women have been staying in the famous house since February 6. That time, cases were just starting to pile up in Wuhan, and since then they have been cut off from news as they compete for the country's 13th season of the reality TV show Big Brother. An uproar on social media led the producers to announce a live special episode in which the housemates will be finally told of the growing health crisis. And that's the latest on the enhanced and expanded community quarantine in Luzon, brought to you by the combined might of TV5's News 5 and Signal TV's One News, Radio 5, and 1PH. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Ed Lingao. We are One News.